Hello and welcome to Wolfman Gaming. This is my Control blind playthrough. And in the previous episode, I took on the hardest mini-boss to date in this game.
I've replaced a couple of spark plugs, but this looks a bit more complicated.
Darling must have had a system. Randomness isn't in his nature. The punch cards, the symbols, the terminals. How do they connect?
I'll see what I can do.
Punch cards. Isn't that a bit archaic? Okay, so we're gonna run around, pick up all these punch cards. Fine. And I have to tell you, dear viewer, I had a talk with a colleague one day.
So, we need to find all the punch cards.
Okay, 2 more. And we talked about there is an old game series, or the first game in the series came out 20 years ago this year. And that is the Fear games. And Fear is an acronym for First Encounter Assault Recon. And Fear is actually one of... back in the days when I tried to play games on computers. No, I'm on my way. Fear was the reason I wanted to play on PC, or one of the reasons. Because a friend of mine showed me the trailer for the game when it came out, and it seemed super cool. That's what I thought. And so he helped me buy some upgrades for my computer, because the computer I had, I bought pre-owned from a coworker of mine. And it wasn't exactly a powerhouse. Anything but, actually. Let's see. I'm still missing 1 punch card, I think. Let's see. No, I have all the punch cards. So how...
These whiteboard drawings may be important.
Okay. The whiteboard drawings. So the or the diamond looking one should be over here. And the one with the dark left side should be on... Let's see.
It looks like he was working on something to do with these symbols.
Should be this one. There we go. And let's see. The big cube in this one. The small cube in this one. And then I guess the final punch card should be in the terminal up here on... Is that the correct sequence?
Prism shattered. Darling's prototypes have a lot of issues. We need a new plan. We need more Black Rock prisms to make this machine work. Darling has another lab down in the Black Rock processing site in maintenance. That must be where he keeps the prisms.
I've been to maintenance already. I can find my way. But how long will that take? Nothing here is simple. I need
No.
to ask her now.
No, it isn't.
Before I go. I need something from you first. What do you know about Dylan Faden?
I knew this was coming. Lives are at stake here, and we need this machine working to save those lives. Once that is done, Director Faden, then we can talk.
She's right. As much as I don't want to admit it. I'm the only one.
I would say that felt a bit like a cop-out.
I'll get the prisms first. Dylan will have to wait just a little longer. But don't
Yes.
call me Director. Jesse is fine.
I'll call you. Here, you'll need this key card.
Thanks. Emily Pope has set up a base in Executive. Once I have the prism, I'll meet you there.
Right. I'll move out immediately. And keep an eye out for Darling. Finding him might be the key to stopping the hiss.
It's just one large-scale HRA. It's there now. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for. Taking the protection Hedron can provide us and keeping us from being wiped out.
Trophy, Old
This
Boys
goes back to
Club.
Central Research.
Thank you. Yeah, as I said, the Fear games. There are 3 installments in the main series, Fear 1, 2, and 3. And there were also 2 single-player expansions or DLCs for the first game, called Extraction Point and Perseus Mandate. And oh, we're back out here. That's nice. And let's see what I think I have a few new missions. Search for Black Rock processing, yes. Investigate the X-ray light box object of power. So where is that? Way over there. But if I can go over to a control point, perhaps we can get there a bit quicker. But once again, I digress. Yes, as I said, the first game, fuck's sake, has 2 expansions called Extraction Point and Perseus Mandate. And the basic premise of the games is that you are a new recruit in the first encounter assault recon group, and you are after a ex-soldier called Paxton Fettel. And Paxton has psychic powers, which is a bit why I started thinking about that game playing this. And he controls soldiers that are more or less drones, and he controls them with his mind, and it's your job to stop him before he can get out with his plans. And throughout this game you run into a little girl. Oops. I took that grenade straight to the face and it hurt like hell. Let's see. Is there a control point in here? Or do I remember this wrong? Nope, there's a control point. Let's see if we can upgrade our health a bit. And thank you. Fast travel. I want to go to... Perhaps... No. Yeah, this should be the best one to go to. Yes, the small girl you see is a ghost of a girl called Alma Wade that was locked in a bunker by her dad. This story gets really trippy, just so you're aware of that. And it turns out in the end that you and Paxton are actually brothers. It's kind of like a mix-up in between a horror first-person shooter action game and Days of Our Lives. Because story gets really trippy, but either way, it's a really cool, or at least, especially the first game. As far as I remember it, it was a really good game. The sequels weren't as great as the first installment, if I recall correctly. And either way, me and my coworker, we started talking and what symbol was I supposed to create? And
I see it. Another object of power? They're just standing there, mesmerized by it.
Yeah, I'm guessing I'm supposed to unlock the door somehow. Yeah, as I said, as I recall it, the first game was great and I really liked both the expansions for it. The problem was the computer I had back in the day wasn't really powerful enough for me to be able to play them well, so to speak. Okay. Outline and filled top. Let's try that. Something happened. Oh, I unlocked the door. So
for the record, Paul Warren, astronaut first class, and you are aware that exposure to the astral plane.
use Seize to complete the astral plane challenge. So what is Seize? Golden copy NPC variation. Oops. Okay, so you seize them by pressing square. Seize and don't resist. Either way, going back to what I was saying about fear. As I said, I really didn't have a computer that would allow me to play the game smoothly back in the day. So I played them, and then I played the sequels on PlayStation 3 because they were released on that system. Shit. Fuck. And the other day I went into a Swedish site. I better wrap this story up before I wrap this episode up. I went into a Swedish site where people usually buy, you can buy both, you buy and sell new and used things. And I'm not gonna mention the name of the site because I'm not sponsored. Any Swedish viewers probably know which site I'm talking about. Usually people auction out stuff there. And either way, I bought all the games in the series. I bought the first game, the 2 sequels, and also a collection of the expansions for the first game called the Fear Files. And all of the sellers were quick when it came to shipping, except for the one that sold me Fear 1. So I got Fear 2, Fear 3, and Fear Files sent home. And the last game, Fear 1, was shipped to me on a Friday, so I have to wait until next week before I can play it, and that is super annoying. It's like when I'm a huge fan of the old HBO series called Oz prison series. And many years ago that show was released on DVD, and I ordered Trophy Psychic Occupation. Thank you. Whew. That was painful, to say the least.
My brains were fried when I took over the object.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, what I was gonna say, when Oz was released, I found out that it was released as the 3rd season came out on DVD. And I ordered seasons 1 through 3 at the same time, and I got season 1 and 3 because season 2 was sold out at the moment. Super annoying because there were only 8 episodes per season. So I binged it in like one day, and then I had to wait a week for season 2 to arrive. But as you've been sitting there staring at the Wolfman Gaming logo, you know this is time to wrap up this episode, or I have already wrapped up the episode. So I want to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again in my next video. So until next time, this is the Wolfman signing off.